I'll go to Senator Davey and then back to you. Senator Davey.
Thank you very much, and I rise to speak on this motion. I believe I want to again draw the attention of the Senate to the response by Senator Zed Seselja. A commitment has been made to provide a formative response, a more detailed response to the Senate by Friday the 29th of October, consistent with Standing Order 166. Because let me remind you, this OPD was only received yesterday. Deliberations are ongoing. You want us to preempt outcomes of deliberations by releasing modelling that underpins current discussions, current negotiations and current considerations. And this is coming from the Labor Party. Let's not forget, last election the Labor Party took a commitment for a 45% cut in emissions by 2030 without releasing any modelling, without releasing any costings and without any consideration of what impact that would have on jobs. Jobs, regional communities, farmers, miners and the local bakers and newsagents that depend on those jobs for their businesses. I hear Senator McAllister saying we're doing a deal in secret. Well, we are having very serious discussions because we have been talking to our constituents. We are taking back our constituents' considerations. We don't do deals like the Labor Party in caucus and then foist it upon the Australian public and expect them to fall in line behind us. And unlike Senator Watt, we actually know who our constituents are. AgForce, which is a Queensland organisation that Senator Watt doesn't even realise is a member of the NFF.
Order.
The AgForce, who used to run a fantastic campaign, farmers, every family needs one. So, AgForce are a wonderful organisation, and you should know who they are, Senator Watt. You should understand what they have asked for.
Senator Davey, I remind you to your remarks to the chair, not directly to any senator in the chamber. Thank you.
I stand corrected. Thank you very much, Deputy President. But I'm back to the important issue at hand. Earlier on, Senator Wong said this government was full of inaction. Inaction. You're talking about a government that has seen massive reductions of emissions since coming into this place and taking on government in 2013, through technology, not taxes, through working in partnership with industry. So instead of hitting industry over the head with a big stick like an ETS or like a carbon tax, we've sat down with industry and we've said, how can we all work together? How can we lower emissions? How can we incentivise innovation? Partnering with the private sector to bring a portfolio of low emissions technology in parity with their current alternatives. Working on what is available today, but also with an eye on the future, because when we're talking about a 2050 target, that is 30 years away. Imagine if we sat down 30 years ago and said, this mobile phone that I have in my handbag today, because it wouldn't fit in my pocket, is going to be the mobile phone we're using in 30 years' time. It is ridiculous to try and cement us into a position. What we are doing is laying the foundations for a roadmap, but we're not doing it blindly and we're not doing it deftly. And that is why the Nationals are negotiating. That is why the Nationals are looking at protections to underpin the very jobs and industries that have kept our economy strong through COVID. If it wasn't for our agricultural sector, if it wasn't for our mining sector, if it wasn't for our exports of iron ore and coal and our exports of beef and wheat and rice, in the last year we've had a good rice harvest as well. If it wasn't for those exports, we wouldn't have made it through COVID with the economic strength that we have. We wouldn't be the first country to return to the same number of employed Australians as pre-COVID. So the Nationals—
Thank you, Senator Davey. Your time has